Hi, welcome to the lesson on understanding the root cause explorer. In this video, you'll get acquainted with the features of the root cause explorer in detail. You can access the root cause explorer in the Sumo UI by clicking plus new root cause. The root cause explorer opens with the events of interest for the filters and time being selected by default. A typical root cause explorer screen shows the events of interest, drift and duration plotted against the date and time of the event occurrence. At the top of the scatter plot, Root Cause Explorer provides search filters for AWS and host, Kubernetes, and traces. It also provides golden signals, namely throughput, error, bottleneck, latency, availability, load, and success that can be toggled on or off to put the incidents with the context. Remember, errors and latency are signals that indicate the most affected users because your service is either inaccessible or slow. Bottleneck and load signals are likely early symptoms and probable root causes that may lead to latency and errors. Below the signals, you can see events of interest, drift and duration by time plotted. The x-axis shows the duration based on start and end time of the events of interest. The y-axis renders the intensity measured by the percent of drift from the expected value. When you hover your mouse over the circles plotted on the scatter plot, you can see the events of interest drift in percentage, say y% for x minutes. The extent of drift from the expected value of a metric is classified as high, medium, or low. The high intensity events of interest require more attention than others. At the bottom, you can see the events of interest, count by time plotted against the dates. Until you click on an event of interest, the right pane will list the top contributing entities that are likely to be related to the root cause based on the timeline, duration, and other factors. The search filters of the Root Cause Explorer allow you to filter the events of interest that appear. You can expand and display all filters in the Search Filter section by clicking the arrow icon at the right end of the Basic Filters area. The filters with an orange border on the left side, which refer to AWS infrastructure and host, are automatically set based on the currently selected resource as per the Explore hierarchy. It has filters for account, namespace, and entity. Below the AWS and host filter, the Kubernetes and application services filters are shown. You can toggle all of the filters in the row on and off using the control to the right of the filter name. On the screen, you can notice that the AWS and host filter is on and filters for Kubernetes and the application services are set to off. That means the events for the Kubernetes and application services are filtered out. So the events plotted on the screen are related to AWS and host. The trash cans on the right of the filter section resets the corresponding search filters to default. The advanced filters are 5 dimensions that you can use to narrow down the events of interest. Impact indicates whether the event of interest is positive, for example, a decrease in latency, errors, bottleneck metrics, or negative, that is, an increase in latency, errors, bottleneck metrics. Intensity denotes the extent of drift from the expected value of a metric and is classified as high, medium, or low. Remember, you are required to look into the high intensity events of interest more than the others. Duration indicates how long a metric has been anomalous. Seasonality of the metric. On a 0 to 100 scale, 0 being low and 100 being high, adds context and eliminates false positives in time series data that may otherwise look anomalous due to the presence of periodicity. Stability of the metric, based on a proprietary algorithm on a 0 low to 100 high scale, indicates that the events of interest on metrics that are usually stable are probably more indicative of a root cause than other metrics. The events plotted on the screen are shown in the bubble chart view. You can toggle between the bubble chart view and timeline chart view using these icons. You can zoom in on a particular time range by dragging to select that range. Find connections and use the time perspective to gauge the probable root cause. You can then zoom out the screen by clicking the magnifying glass icon in the upper right corner of the visualization. When you click an event of interest, a pop-up appears that displays the key information about the event. Note that the right pane on the screen now contains a Summary tab and an Entities tab. The Summary tab displays the details of the events such as type, entity, place of occurrence, metrics used to fetch the event details, and start and end time of the event. It displays a variety of facts about the event of interest and visualizes key metrics for it. The metrics panel shows 1-day and 7-day time-shifted visualizations, helping you visualize drift for metrics with daily or weekly periodicity. You can use the Entities tab to drill down corresponding metrics to identify the root cause. It is essential for the users to pivot to logs, metrics, traces, and related dashboards for the next step in troubleshooting. To learn how to use Root Cause Explorer, please watch the how-to video Troubleshoot an Incident using Root Cause Explorer. Hope this video helps you understand the main features of Root Cause Explorer. Thank you for joining.